Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton, and welcome back to StarCraft II Wings of Liberty campaign. Last time, we managed to make it successfully off of the planet of Marsara with the alien artifact that we stole from the Dominion. We got some credits from selling it to the Mobius Foundation, and then we proceeded to upgrade our forces a little bit. Now, in this mission, we have two choices. We can either go to the planet Agria and save some people who are evacuating a colony running from the Zerg, or we can go to the planet Monolith and try and recover a new artifact from the Protoss. We haven't met the Protoss yet, so they'd be new and that'd be kind of cool, but I'm inclined to go instead to the planet Agria.
Any ship receiving this transmission. The Zerg are invading Agria. The Dominion abandoned us here. We're just a small farming colony. We've got to evacuate before we're overrun. If you can hear this message, please help us.
I will just note that we could go to Agria, and if we don't go to Agria first, I believe we still can come back and save Agria after Monolith. So the decision entirely rests on what we get out of it and just kind of what order we want to do things. Our own personal preference. So for Agria, we'd get 100,000 credits, and we'd also get research points, which we can spend in the lab to increase or to improve our forces. We haven't got the lab yet, but we would then. And we'd also get the Firebat unit, a special anti-infantry attacker with a flamethrower. Alternatively, we could go to Monolith, and I'll just show what that option looks like.
The Mobius boys think there's another artifact on a world called Monolith. Supposedly there's Protoss guarding it. A group of fanatics call themselves the Tal'Darim. Now don't get all sentimental thinking these Tal'Darim are your old Protoss buddies, 'cause they ain't.
Raynor is generally friendly with the Protoss, but the Protoss of course have many factions, and so not all factions are friendly, the Tal'Darim being one of the unfriendly ones. But we would get 110,000 credits, which is a bit more. 4 Protoss research points. On Agria, we had Zerg research points. That'll make a little bit more sense when we have the lab unlocked and can look at what that allows us to do in greater detail. And we'd also get the Marauder instead of the Firebat, which is a heavy assault infantry. This is a little bit kind of our equivalent of the Zerg Roach. This is a heavier armored unit to sit on the front line and soak up some damage. Additionally, he also has heavier impact weapons for dealing with armored enemies, such as roaches and tanks and other things like that. But just because of my own personal preference, mostly, more than anything else, I'm going to start with Agria. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Incoming transmission.
Thank you so much for responding to our distress call, Commander. I'm Dr. Ariel Hansen, and I represent the people of the Agria colony.
Pleasure to meet you, Doc. You can call me Jim. What's the situation?
The Zerg have overwhelmed our planetary defenses. The colony is lost. For the past 12 hours, we've been evacuating people to the nearest starport, but the Zerg attacks have become so intense, we can't get any more through. If you can guard the highway, we can start sending the remaining groups every few minutes.
Don't worry, Doc. We'll get your folks through to that starport safe and sound.
I pray you're right, Commander. The Zerg are more terrible than I ever imagined.
Zerg are more terrible than almost anyone imagines until they have actually met with the Zerg. And we've only seen a little bit of the Zerg. Bonus objectives are optional, but they often give research points that unlock powerful units and upgrades. And that, again, is the Zerg and Protoss research points. The way Zerg and Protoss research points work is that they will be presented as bonus objectives during the mission. There's no guarantee that you'll get them. That entirely depends on you, unlike the credits. Credits, you will always get the full amount upon completion of the mission. So we have to work a bit harder to get the research points. They also have mutually exclusive tech paths we can go down, so then we actually have to make some decisions. It's not just about how many research points you have.
I got us some Firebats, cowboy. These suckers have got flamethrowers that'll roast the Zerg, but good.
So much like Dominion Hellions that we saw before, These have flamethrowers, which are good against large numbers of lightly armored infantry units, such as Marines, or Zerglings, or Medics. And I do not deal splash damage to... They do not deal splash damage to friendly units, so I'm not actually burning the Medics with these firebats, I believe.
Thank goodness you're here. I'll give you control of the main building so you can help us evacuate the colony.
I'm not going to start mining any Vespane yet because I need these workers mining minerals at the moment because I have so few of them. So I'll just leave them be as they are. Oh, there are these little mineral pallets like we saw in the second mission, I believe, when we were first seizing an artifact from a Dominion base. I want to make sure I stop by and get all those mineral pallets.
We'll need to escort the convoys all the way to the main starport for them to have a chance of escaping this planet.
The first convoy from Lark's Crossing will be moving out soon.
I want to make sure I get all these mineral and gas pallets because my economy is going to need all of the help it can get. Again, this is brutal difficulty, so it's going to be very hard to complete these missions. And the missions are only going to get more difficult as we go. Alright, I think I've collected all the mineral and gas pellets that are available from back in the way that we came. So now I can pull my forces back towards the front line here to escort this convoy. And I'll build some supply depots. Just up here, I guess, to start with. Anywhere, really. I just need supply depots.
Let's roll.
Okay, so the convoy here, we can see is moving out. I'm escorting it with my troops. I'm just going to have them stay with the convoy. They need to make it to Agria Starport, or Agria Starport, however you say it. And this is the starport. We can see these ships waiting to take people off. So it's not very far to go along this path. And we'll see in a moment that we have some options about how we defend this convoy.
Someone had the right idea of building bunkers to defend the roads. Why are they empty?
The Dominion military abandoned them when the Zerg attacked. They didn't give a damn about the colony.
Sorry to hear that, Doc. At least these bunkers are in a good spot. I'll see if we can't get them manned.
This Marine, just behind the convoy here, is getting pushed along, and he ends up moonwalking all the way down the road. I don't think that's the most efficient way to guard it, but
This better be.
let him do as he pleases. Oh, and we're under attack. But it's just a small number, so we're fine.
Boys in danger. Hit 'em, boys.
And I'll get this Marine to pick up some
Yes, sir.
mineral pallets while he's out here. Now, I'm doing a good job of picking up all these pallets. I'm not actually doing a good job of spending the money that I get. Oh, this bunker! Don't let the bunker go down! Oh, well, I can rebuild it. Should have actually salvaged it before it was destroyed,
We
but
gotta save 'em.
it's fine. Oh, there's one of the optional objectives. We can pick this up to get Zerg research points. We just have to walk our units over it and see +1 Zerg research.
Will do.
So the bonus objectives, all the objectives, are in the upper left-hand corner. You can see that we have to reach the settlement, which we already did. Escort colonists to the colony ships. So there are so many colonists, 50 in total. And we've just escorted, we can see the counter going up, 9. Okay, so there were 9 in that convoy. And they've all made it safely. Or 10. So we have 10 out of 50. We just need to do that 4 more times. And we can't let 20 colonists die.
It's a long haul to the starport, partner. How can we be expected to guard the whole thing?
I reckon we can use a mobile force to keep it clear, or build more bunkers to block the approaches. Either way should work.
I have generally found...
The next convoy is almost ready to go, Commander. Please alert your men.
I have generally found that a combination of the two approaches has been pretty useful in the past.
We hear you.
To station some units to guard the off alleys and to try and escort the convoys as they go. So we're going to try and do that. I really need, though, a lot more production and to spend my resources. Okay, so we've got another guy coming out.
SCV ready.
I'll pull my mobile units back, apart from 4 Marines. I'll send those Marines along to defend the pass, and now I need to rally point these barracks up so I can start training some additional Marines. Oh, that might be too many Zerglings for the Marines in the bunker to deal with. Or maybe not. Although the SCV is getting attacked, I can't lose the SCV. But I can get these guys who are following the convoy to come up and help maybe. I'm gonna need a new SCV up there, so I'm gonna have to pull back and get the SCVs. I need to start my weapons upgrades, and I really need to start pumping out Marines as fast as possible. What I really need right now, more than anything else, is just more troops.
Let's rock!
Because I can't be everywhere at once. Oh, no, no, no.
Sweet God. The slaughter.
Oh.
I can't bear to look.
Yeah, I just screwed that up and lost a convoy.
In the rear with the gear.
So,
Will do. Go ahead.
well, at any rate, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep
Commander, another
getting more
convoy
workers.
will be heading out soon.
keep training more Marines, and I'll be ready, hopefully, for the next one. So now I have a bunker. I have 2 bunkers ready at this first ramp. And I'll put a turret, because I do know that they will come with air eventually. And I would like to... I can't... I don't know if I can fully stock this bunker yet, or if I have time, because the next convoy's going to be coming up pretty soon. I'm going to need several SCVs here to repair.
Don't leave without us.
I need to figure out how to divide my resources. Okay, I think I'm gonna fully stock these bunkers so I don't lose the defenses I've already built. And this is where it really comes in handy to have, as I've done, upgraded capacity on these bunkers. Because now... Oh, there's some resource pallets down there, but I need to figure out how to get around to them. Because now I have a much stronger defense thanks to those extra Marines in there. Oh, look at that. Easy. Easy. Zerg can't possibly get through. This SCV's gonna die unless I pull him back really quick.
Go ahead. By the numbers.
Okay, and now I've got a fairly large force.
Give me orders.
Reasonably large.
Gotten through. Take
Oh,
it
oh,
down.
what? Oh, there must have been some dropped Zerglings that fell behind me. Oh, and there's more Zerglings up the path. Oh, I don't know if I have enough for this. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, I can easily hold this off. That's fine. I killed the Overlord, or at least scared him off, who was dropping creep there. So now I can take these SCVs, and I can start building some more defenses over there. And I just remotely queued up some more Marines. I have the barracks hotkeyed to the number 5 key, so I can quickly switch back to it even while I'm looking at other things. And you start training more units. Oh, flamethrowers, please don't die. Please don't die. Okay, the firebats did not die. I obviously need more medics in this mix, because they are not... 2 medics is just not able to heal all the units as they're getting damaged. And I think I just lost 2 SCVs over here from Zerglings who ran up through the back. That's not great. Game is glitching out on me a little bit. After this recording, I should check and make sure my hard drive isn't not getting too full. But I'll send 2 SCVs to each choke point to help hold it, and I will queue up lots more Marines to fill these barracks, as well as many medics.
Sir, we just detected Zerg organisms entering the upper atmosphere. I can't give you an exact fix, but they're heading your way.
Oh, great. That means that they're about to start falling on our heads.
Have another convoy ready to be escorted, Commander.
I need to upgrade armor, especially now that I have firebats, because the firebats getting into melee range and tanking for us, that is, absorbing the damage that the enemy is trying to inflict upon us, they are going to benefit particularly from having increased armor. So there's not really a good way for me to build here where I can get a door in this choke point. And I think I do need to go through there to pick up one of the 3 research chrysalises that are available. But I will worry about that later. I think another convoy is about ready. Yes, it is.
Everyone's here. Let's go.
I need to quickly blast this overlord so that I can start, so that this creep goes away and I can start building here. And I also need to populate these bunkers.
The doctor is in.
And I'll just leave the SCVs here
This better be good. Who wants some?
to keep repairing. And in fact, they should build some turrets while they're here.
The convoy's in danger. Hit 'em, boys.
Oh, they're already attacking the convoy. I need to get my mobile squad down there.
The doctor is in.
Oh, and they're in my base too now. Oh, that's not great. If it's not one thing, it's another. They attacked the convoy so close to my base, they just ran back in. Maybe I can lead them away with this medic until the other units can get to it? Yes! And I can even save the medic. Okay, good. Because the other medic should be able to heal her up. And I need to catch back up with the convoy. But fortunately, we have at least this pass covered. Or we should, assuming that we have enough to hold off. Oh yeah, we lost an SCV. We've lost 2 SCVs. But we're doing alright. There's an injured SCV up here. We'll pull this SCV back.
Our allies.
I need more SCVs off the line to repair. I really wish the Zerg wouldn't destroy the SCVs, but they do. Not much I can do about that. And the SCVs, I don't think, can repair the bunkers from inside. So that's actually an interesting question. Next time I have a damaged bunker, I should just put an SCV inside it and test that theory.
Looking forward to it.
So that means that they just have to sit exposed. But otherwise, we're doing pretty good so far. I need to get some defenses up around that 3rd ramp.
Yeah.
Let's see. Escort 31, 11 dead. Okay, we really can't afford to lose many
Sir, I'm
more.
picking up seismic disturbances closing in on your position. I think it's some kind of tunneling, Zerg.
No.
Wonderful. It's just like him to keep things nice and interesting.
Yeah, that's a bit too interesting.
We're almost done, Commander. Another convoy will be starting out soon.
Go ahead.
Yeah, great. Oh, there's a... I need to move my guys back to protect that convoy. Except for maybe a handful of Marines
Armed and ready.
to come up here and fill these bunkers that I'm building.
Mineral field depleted.
There, that should hold. That should be enough, I think, to prevent Zerg from walking through. Yeah, this little bit of metal here serves as a partial barrier. So now,
Yes, sir.
I can load some Marines into this bunker. Really glad I have Neosteel bunkers here.
Can't wait.
Wish I had better armor on these bunkers, though, so that I wouldn't have to worry about them going down so much. In future, I think we can do something to fix that.
Guess we'll find out.
You know, you really should wait to go until you're sure the road's safe up ahead. Now, at the end of the last mission, you may have seen the Nidus worms burrowing, or coming out of the ground around our base as it was falling apart.
What's going on?
We're about to see those again. They are tunneling Zerg that act as a transport network. So they connect 2 ends of the map and allow the Zerg to go through it. That's a Nidus worm right there.
Mineral field depleted.
And so Zerg are going to come spewing out of it, but our defenses should be able to hold for right now. There's an Overlord. Those Overlords can spread creep, which allow the Zerg to move faster and heal. Overlords also increase the supply cap for the Zerg, much like the Terran supply depot. They also provide vision, and I believe they can also be used for transport, like airships that we will see later. And oh, that bunker is not quite going to go down. Okay, it's got just enough SCVs to repair it. But now this bunker up here, these bunkers, are being attacked. And they may or may not be able to hold, but we can get up there and do something about it. I think we can actually fit a fire bat into each of these bunkers, and that might help against the Zerglings, but I'm just going to leave it as Marines right now.
The colonists are hurt. We gotta save them.
Now this Nidus Worm tried to get behind our lines. That's one of the big powerful things about a Nidus Worm, is that it can get behind enemy lines.
That's fine.
Okay. So now, I'm going to try and do something slightly risky. I need research points to help me in future missions.
Sure thing.
So I am going to dodge out here with my army and try and grab them. Here's one chrysalis. We need to pick that up for research points. Got it. Now we just have to get back alive. You can see lots of Zerg unburrowing from the ground. That's one of the special abilities of the Zerg, is that they can burrow underground like that. Having to go out there is one reason why I wanted a door.
Left to bring in. Their convoy's heading to the starport any minute now.
But I salvaged a bunker, so I destroyed the bunker so that I could get through, and now I'm rebuilding it. And I would like... I can't let 9 more civilians die. There are 10 on each shipment, so I cannot afford to lose a complete convoy.
Mineral field depleted.
So I need to make sure I get back and defend that one. But I had to come out here and get that research. Now that I've got that research, I can retreat behind my defenses, and now I can entirely focus on just keeping the convoys alive. The research will be important after this, when we can upgrade some stuff or unlock some additional things with it. How are things coming back at base? We still need to actually get our troops over to the convoy, because they could be ambushed over here. There are mineral pallets and Vespene gas I missed, but I'm floating a load of resources that I don't have the actions per minute to spend right now, because I'm so focused on everything else that's going on. I need more supply depots because I'm supply blocked. So I really, extra resources are not something that I really need at the moment. I've got more than I can use already. Is this the last shipment? This could be the last shipment, because I only need to rescue 7 more, and there's 10 in this convoy. So if this complete convoy makes it, I'll have rescued more than enough colonists for the mission to end. There should only be 70. I can't let 20 die, I have to get 50 through. I'll actually end up getting like 53 through. And my defenses back here are actually absorbing some of the Zerglings landing further down the path that would try to ambush me, but aren't able to follow me. Oh, there's a nice one. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it now. Focus it. Oh, yeah. If you can focus them down, then they can't get reinforcements through. This is an Ultralisk, a massive tank-like unit that deals loads of splash damage. It's really heavily armored, loads of health, and they are very dangerous, especially in large numbers. But thankfully, we have a lot of troops, and we were able to hold it off. We're still killing stragglers down here, so it is really handy to have those bunkers.
Base is under attack.
Because then we don't have to deal with everybody on the convoy at once. We can kind of split up the enemy forces.
That's the last of them. Go! Lift off now!
Alright, now we've rescued all the colonists we needed to. We got all the research.
But my people got out alive, thanks to you, Commander.
Now we can flee from Mutalisks, and you can see just there's another Zerg air unit called the Corruptor, which is an anti-air unit. And we'll see more of those later. It's also heavily armored too, which can be a pain to deal with. But for right now, we completed the mission successfully. Mission time says 25 minutes. That's a bit slow. It was actually faster than that. But StarCraft time is not necessarily real time. Although I think in more recent updates to StarCraft, they have actually fixed that. But classically, that has been a bit of an issue, especially with where it really comes up is StarCraft has a huge multiplayer scene. It's not just about the campaign. It's about people playing against other people. And there you can see in the game timers that the game time is not the same thing as real time.
Great job, sir. Dr. Hansen's offered to stay on with us for now, and I think her skills will be invaluable.
It's hard to believe I'm even here.
Great to have you, Doc. How you planning on pitching in?
Well, your medical facilities are medieval, and your science expertise is non-existent. Perhaps I could start there.
Ouch. Well, I guess you might be able to teach Stedman a thing or two. Welcome aboard, Doc.
I'd hardly call Stetman non-existent. He is basically the research on this ship. Whatever. Oh, and here's the cantina. So we get everything now.
By now, Raynor. Looks like you're back in business.
That I am, Mr. Hill. And fighting a Zerg and Dominion all at once is going to take its toll on my standing forces. You got any guns for hire?
But you know the invasion makes it a seller's market right now. Still, your bartender over there makes a hell of a Mai Tai. So, sure, I've got some mercenary contracts you might be interested in.
You're all heart, Mr. Hill.
So now what this guy allows us to do is buy mercenaries. There's a special structure we can build where we can call in mercenaries. And they are more expensive, but also more powerful than conventional units. So by default, we start with war pigs hired. These are basically overpowered Marines. So you can see 4 elite Marines with much more health and damage. We can call down 3 squads of 4 per mission at most. There's a cooldown on how long we have to wait from calling the first squad to calling the second squad, and so on. And you can see down in the lower right-hand corner that they're just much more effective. They also look a bit cooler. And we could purchase, if we want to spend credits on them, some Devil Dogs, who are elite fire bats, and more effective than their ordinary counterparts. However, I prefer, wherever possible, generally, to spend the upgrades on, or spend the credits on upgrades for my conventional forces. So we still don't have the laboratory available. Maybe after the next mission. Let's take a look here at the armory and see what we can get instead of some mercenaries. So now we can upgrade the Firebat, who we just unlocked. We can give them a larger area of attack, or we can give them an additional 2 armor so that they can tank for us better. And that's all we can do. So I'm instead going to go to the medic, I think. No, medics only require an add-on, don't require an add-on. Actually, that's not so great. I was hoping for stabilizer med packs, faster and more efficient healing. I could increase Marine base life, and that's a very valuable upgrade, actually, because, I mean, we have Marines all of the time, everywhere. Medics 2 at a time, not bad. I can really increase my defense with this range of bunker units. I think what I'm going to do, though, is get the combat shield to just extend the life of my Marines, because they are the mainstay of my army, really, so they're very important. And I can also afford to get the range upgrade. Should I, though? Because I might want to save up for more expensive upgrades later. So actually, I think I'll hold off on that and not purchase anything. So I have 40,000 credits to spare. And now, before seeing what is available for our next mission, let's just have a look around and see what people have to say.
Just keep those colonists out of my armory. That's a disaster just waiting to happen.
Let's take a look back in the cantina.
You meet Dr. Hansen yet?
Sure did. I asked that sweet thing if she'd like to give me a physical. No harm in asking, right? I think she's got her eye on some pansy ass, though.
Yeah? Who might that be?
Oh, I don't know. Some white knight kind of guy came charging down to save a colony, maybe. Damn, Jimmy. You never could read the ladies.
It's really hard.
Thought I'd left this behind on Marsara. How did it? Tychus. Just can't let it go, can you?
So that was his Marshal's badge that I clicked on there.
Donnie Vermillion, UNN. We've got Kate Lockwell on remote feed from Agria, a fringe colony. Are you there, Kate?
Let's hear him twist this one.
We seem to be having a sound problem with... I'm being told Emperor Mengsk is going to address us directly. Let's take you to his announcement, already in progress.
My finest military minds are being brought to bear, and it's my pleasure to announce that they'll soon be led by the hero of Taurus himself, General Horace Warfield.
Warfield? I thought he retired years ago.
With General Warfield at the helm, and our finely honed Dominion military under his command, I have every confidence that this new Zerg threat will be contained very soon.
There you have it, viewers. With Warfield in command, the Zerg swarm will be defeated in no time. Up next, Raynor ups his campaign of terror just as the Zerg reappear. Coincidence? You decide after these messages.
Of course, she can't be on Agria because Agria's been overrun. That's their sound problem. There is no feed from Agria anymore. Okay, so we've had a look at that. There's an arcade back here. I might show what that is in a future video, but basically that's a whole mini game that you can play, and it's really, really hard. But it's essentially a bullet hell shooter. So let's take a look at the bridge here, and we can talk to Matt and Dr. Hansen, and we still can't really... Stepman doesn't have anything to say because the laboratory's not up yet, so we'll have to hear from him in more detail in the future.
It sure felt good rescuing those folks. But there's millions more out there that need help, too.
We can't be everywhere at once, sir. The important thing is that we set an example and gave them hope. Every time we help folks in need, it's another step on the road to a better future.
I know, Matt. But it's been 4 years and we're still no closer to bringing Mengsk down. Now with the Zerg back in the mix, your better future needs to hurry up and get here, or there's gonna be no one left to see it.
I've heard a lot about you, Commander. The Dominion always portrayed you as a criminal, terrorist. There's more to you than it seems.
Well, with the Dominion being what it is, someone's gotta stand up for the little guy. It sure ain't gonna be Mengsk.
Doesn't seem like the Emperor cares at all. My people from Agria and displaced populations from across the sector have all fled to a refugee staging area on Meinhof. There are reports of violence and disease spreading throughout the camps, but the Emperor's done nothing.
I'll look into it, Doc.
To be fair, it's not exactly the kind of disease that you can do anything about, but we'll see that later. So in the meantime, we have several options. We can continue down the storyline we're currently on by going to Meinhof and dropping them off. And then, let's see, what do they have to say?
Jim, refugee populations from across the sector have been using Meinhof as a staging point. But with so many people in close proximity, an epidemic of some kind has started sweeping through the camps. Please, my people need help. We've got to do something before it's too late.
Yeah, they're having problems down there, and it gets more detailed. But at any rate, so we have Meinhof, we have the Monolith mission we had before, and we've also got something new popped up on Redstone 3, apparently. And no, it is not Minecraft.
I hear the mighty Jim Raynor's on the move, but short on funds. The planet Redstone's got the most valuable minerals around, and with the Zerg invasion, the Kelmorians packed up and left it all behind. Some enterprising men could turn a big profit there. Meet me at Redstone if you want a piece of the action.
Now that one is really gonna be a pain when we do it on brutal difficulty, but it should be very interesting nevertheless. However, that's all the time we have for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching, and we'll pick it up again in the next episode. Bye!
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there.
Oh, he's right there! Oh, God, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way!
Oh. That could have saved me. Oh, I can drive right now.
Oh, why?